So these are the assembly instructions for my Halloween milk carton style box. I've already printed out my images on Cricut printable sticker paper. So these are the images I'm going to be applying to the boxes in order to decorate them. So I'm just applying my sticker paper to my mat. It's set to printable sticker paper with the green liner printing. And so I'm just inserting my mat. Now for cutting out the box pieces, I want to create score lines, but since the Joy Extra doesn't have a scoring tool, I'm going to be replacing my blade. So I'm inserting the foil tool in my machine, and the foil tool will create the indentations that I need on my cardstock to create the fold lines for my box. So now my machine has stopped to warn me to remove the foil, but I'm not using foil on this. So I'm just going to remove my foil tool, insert my blade, and then press go. So the foil tool did a really good job creating score lines for me. I'm going to cut the rest of my box pieces the same way using the foil tool, and then I'm just going to cut the rest of the pieces as usual. So I'm just applying my stickers to their black backing. I'm just peeling them off and applying them like I would any other sticker, trying to create an even border all the way around. I have my little fence pieces and I have my box pieces. So each box consists of 2 pieces, and I'm just folding down on all the score lines. So there's a triangular score line on one of the upper sections. I'm just folding inwards until it reaches that top. There's a score line across the top here. So I'm folding on the score line on the left and the score line on the right. You should be able to fold them down and then create a nice crisp fold line at the top, like so. So I'm going to fold down on the second piece the exact same way. So next I'm putting glue on both tabs that are on the side. And I'm just gluing the second panel to it. I want the cut line of my right hand piece to go right along the score line of the tab on my left hand piece. And then I'm going to flip my piece over. I'm going to fold the left side down and put glue all over the 2 tabs that are on the side. Folding the other side down. If you push down on those triangular folds, it just closes up the top of your box. Now I'm looking at the bottom of my box. So 2 of these flaps are square, and 2 of these flaps have little wedges taken off of them. The ones with the wedges are going to be folded down first. I'm just going to fold down the first one, folding down the first one and covering it with glue, and then folding down the one across from it. So I want the cut line of that panel to be right on the score line of the one across from it. Then I'm going to put glue all over it, and then folding down one of the panels on the side, putting glue all over it, and then folding down that last side. So I want all my edges to be flush against the sides. Then I'm going to flip my box over, and I'm going in there with my bone folder, and I'm spreading all that glue. And so then I have my image. I'm just putting glue on the bottom portion of it. I'm applying it onto the side of my box. I'm attaching the images to the sides that have the flat panel, not the ones that have the triangular part above. I'm just putting glue all over the bottom of the second image, gluing it onto my box. And then I have my little gate pieces. So I'm putting glue on the back of one of my gate pieces. I'm gluing it to the bottom of my box. Flip my box over and do the exact same thing on the other side. The 2 other boxes are assembled the exact same way as the first box. Now I just need to decorate them. So for the pink one, I have my black cat. I'm just positioning my sticker on its base So for this box, I made some background panels. I'm just applying them to the sides of my box. I'm just putting glue on the back of my blades of grass, and then just applying those to the bottom of my box. And then I have my little cat image for one side. I've popped my cat up on some foam tape. It's very thin foam tape. Now I'm going to decorate the side pieces. So those are the pieces with the triangular shapes above them, with panels and grass at the bottom. So I'm going to do that on both sides. And then I have the other side. I have my panel to glue on, and I'm going to decorate it pretty much the same way, except for this one I have my pumpkin. So I have a piece of foil craft board, and I'm just applying my sticker to the craft board, and then I'm just going to glue everything down on the side of my box. I have my rakes. Applied two of these brown rectangles to the top of my rake and one on the bottom, and then I've taken my bone folder and I've just curled the end of my rake piece like so, just to give it a little more interest. Next I have two paper bags. I've already assembled one of them. I'm going to assemble the second one. So I'm just folding down on all the score lines, and on the side of my bag there's a score line that goes right down to a triangle. So I'm going to fold down on that center score line right until it reaches the peak of the triangle, and then I'm bringing those score lines upwards until they fold on those diagonal score lines. So next I'm putting glue on the tab that's on the side. I'm folding over this side and temporarily laying my piece flat, and then folding over the other side, and that cut edge is right against the score line of my tab. So this is the bottom of us folding down on the tabs that are on both sides. I'm putting glue on both tabs. I'm folding one of the flaps down, and I want it to go right against the score line on both sides. And then I'm putting glue all over that folded down tab. And then I'm folding down the remaining flap like so. And again, I want this to follow the edges of my bag. I'm thinking the half circle would be cute. Oh, I kind of like that. I'm going to add the half circle to the file. I think that's a cute little detail. So I've cut out some leaves. I think I'm going to cut out a lot more. So I've cut them out using different colored cardstock, and I've used some glitter pens to draw veins in my leaves. So I'm just going to glue a few of them on the right hand side here, like so. And then I'm going to glue my bag on the side, and then I'm going to glue my rake on the bag like so. And then I'm going to also add a few leaves at the top of my bag just to make it look full. I've added leaves to the bottom, and I glued on my rake like so, and then I have ribbon at the top of this one as well. I added a little border on the top of the angle for my haunted house version, and I just added some ribbon at the top to keep it closed. I added this blue cord at the top to seal this one. So these are the three versions of my Milk Carton Style box, and all cut thanks to My Joy Extra.